Energy efficiency is an urgent priority, both because we need to deliver stronger, but we can deliver stronger, and that's the focus of this conference. Last year at the 8th annual IEA conference, governments agreed to the ambition to double energy efficiency, which led to the new target coming from COP28, where the world is now globally committed to doubling energy efficiency. What does it take to deliver that? That's what we're here to discuss. What are the actions, the policies, the actions by business, the actions by consumers, which is all about making it happen.
If you look at energy efficiency, I mean, there are so many actions you need to get going. So it's very important just to get started and just to start doing something. And there are so many things you can do. You can do things in building, transport, many sectors you need to challenge. So basically just get started.
Technology is available now. If we want to reach the 1.5 degree target, we must act with a higher pace.
I really find that vis-a-vis energy efficiency, there are several solutions that already exist. And what I would love to see is many more of these examples that are practical being shared amongst private sector and policymakers as well.
My call for action is now to put all the forces into the implementation. And first of all, we have to discuss and to sit together and to exchange our experience and to share best practices. Communication is key in all of this, and that's what we are doing here in Nairobi.
So I'm here at the conference in Nairobi in order to ensure that we promote the idea that we need to reduce the energy consumption of the existing building base. Existing buildings are about 38% of the total CO2 emission of the planet, and therefore we need to address that in order to ensure that we reach our ambitions for net zero.
We need to move from only talking electricity to talking energy. Even kiln cooking, part of what we are doing.
It's really around the collaboration. But at the same time, we have also recently published a survey where the 10 by 10 Versailles action addresses skills. Skills is one of the most important areas, and we also heard it today in the morning that we need to ensure the education and connecting this with the younger generation to drive the insurance.
I've heard this morning at the IEA conference that we have the solutions, we have lots of technical expertise, but we certainly have a massive shortage in the workforce. So we see from our own research and our own surveys is that more than 75% of our members say there's workforce shortage in every region of the world, and we expect more than 40% of the workforce to be retiring in the next 5 to 10 years.
I think one of the interesting elements, because we are looking at sectors like industry and buildings, it's sector coupling. It's the opportunity by combining the forces of the different heat, electricity, in general energy users and producers together in order to maximize in a systematic approach the solutions and optimize the energy that is a scarce resources for the decades to come.
So by driving down energy use, by driving up efficiency as part of economic growth, it's a sensible business conversation. So we're not asking people to do something that they ought to do or that they might choose to do. We're saying this is a simple business imperative. So acting on demand makes good commercial sense.
The next decade globally has to be the one of heating and cooling decarbonization, and that it is so essential to look at cooling today. Cooling demands are not so important as we speak, but they are growing exponentially all over the world. And they are not only driving energy demand, they are driving potentially other harmful gases, as it was brought this morning by a lot of stakeholders. So developing from today integrated plannings for efficient cooling solutions, and in particular district cooling solutions, is absolutely essential.
Even though countries have different issues, different challenges, different resources, energy efficiency really is a global resource. We can all benefit from making more use of energy efficiency to lower our bills, to lower emissions, to make our citizens' lives better.
This is the time where we need to go from what to the how. We just have to implement at scale, and the only way to do that is to collaborate together.